Alright, for some reason my camera keeps shutting off, so I had to fix my camera. But alright, we back, right? We back in it, right? It's Satan, right? You know, for some reason they keep cutting off, but we back in it. But this is I was in Malachi, right? I reading the 4th verse. It says Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. So Edom said that with pride. He said it with pride, man. You got to keep that in mind. He said it with pride. Since the Heavenly Father destroyed him concerning and cursed him concerning natural resources and economics. He said, look, I'm gonna return and build the desolate places. You see? So here we go. It says, but thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Indignation goes into righteous anger. So Edom said, look, they was gonna build, but it wasn't gonna be in Petra because they didn't have no resources, right? So they were gonna have to stretch out according to prophecy. And what you see today in 2026, Edom got the resources in his hand. You see? So the Heavenly Father say, look, they're gonna build, but I'm gonna throw down. That's gonna come to pass. Okay? And he gonna use Edom blessing, which is his sword on the left-hand side, which is thermonuclear bomb, and YAHAWASHI gonna come back and take the earth and put the Israelites back on top. That's what it's gonna be. You see? So the Heavenly Father said, look, he's gonna throw down. So what you're seeing concerning how America is gathering the resources, how them gutter rats over there, and Israel got resources, how Russia got resources, how these Edomites got resources. The Heavenly Father and His Son gonna take it all. They ain't gonna have it, okay? It's gonna get taken from them, man. YAHAWASHI is gonna take everything from them. They gonna take the planet from them. But right now, they got the earth in their hand, right? The earth is given to the hands of the wicked, so they got the resources. But that's how Edom was gonna have to live to sustain himself, man. He's gonna have to live by the sword because he wasn't blessed with the resources. He was gonna have to take it, right? He's gonna have to sustain himself. He's gonna have to sustain himself with the sword, right? So let's jump. So going back into Genesis, right? Let's go back into Genesis. See what I can get out of this. Let's go back into Genesis, the 27th chapter, right? Genesis 27 and verse 40. Genesis 27 verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So Edom, during the time of Jehoram, matter of fact, let me go get it. This is 2 Kings, right? 2 Kings, I think it's 2 Kings, the 8th chapter. Y'all bear with me for a second. Second Kings, the 8th chapter, and verse, let me see. Alright, this 2 Kings chapter 8, verse 20. In his days, Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah. Now, Judah was part of the house of David, and predominantly Edom revolted from Judah, right? And made a king over themselves. So they rebelled. Okay? So that goes to that's a link up concerning Genesis 27 and 40, because they was gonna serve, but they was gonna break the yoke from off their neck. But you know, during the Dark Ages, it happened to them, right? It happened to them again, but then they were left free, and they deceived the whole earth, and now they back in power. But YAHAWASHI is gonna come and put them back in servitude to us forever. And after 1,000 years, they're gonna get wiped out, pursuant to Obadiah, the 18th verse, right on down. So they eventually gonna get wiped out, but they're gonna have to go back in slavery up under us. But it did happen concerning going to Genesis, the 27 and 40, and this is the link up. 2 Kings 8 and 20. It says, in the days of Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah and made a king over themselves. Now, Jehoram tried to go back and put them subject up under him, but it didn't work, okay? It didn't work because it was prophecy. It didn't happen like that. So he tried to go and put them back in subjection up under them, up under the house of Judah, but you know, but it didn't work. So let's get this in a different translation. 2 Kings chapter 8 verse 20. See what I can get out of this. It says, 2 Kings chapter 8 verse 20, the New International Version. In the time of Jehoram, Edom rebelled against Judah and set up its own king. Set up its own king. The New Living Translation. During the time of Jehoram's reign, the Edomites revolted against Judah and crowned their own king. Right? It says the Amplified Bible. In his days, talking about Jehoram, in his days, Edom revolted from the rule of Judah and set up a king over themselves. So there you go, right there. That was prophecy. So it happened. So here it is in 2026. Esau, Edom have revolted. They in power, and they have, because of prophecy, they have revolted against being servants to the children of Israel, which is the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that's why you see the things taking place concerning Venezuela, because Esau, Edom got the power, right? And he's not subject unto the nation of Israel. And down there in Venezuela, Asher, that's the tribe of Asher down there in Venezuela. So there you go. So I just wanted that to come out. And then on top of that, when you read 2 Kings, like the 24th chapter, Esau, Edom, 24th chapter and beyond, Esau, Edom was with them ancient Babylonians, when we were taken down. So they were showing their hatred towards us. They were showing their hatred towards us, going all the way back to Genesis. And 2 Kings, right, was after Genesis, right? And during the time of 2 Kings, when you go to the 24th verse, that's when the Babylonians start taking us down. But the northern kingdom, they was already gone. They was on this side. So Esau, Edom was with them Babylonians. But they were with them Babylonians because of the perpetual hatred. So we're going to go to Ezekiel 35 and 5. Let's see if we can get out of that. Ezekiel 35 and 5, right? It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had ended. So during the time of the Babylonian Empire, right, the iniquity was ending concerning the judgment that was put upon the children of Israel for forsaking the Heavenly Father. So Edom still had that perpetual hatred, even though the time of judgment upon the Babylonians was ending, he still carried that perpetual hatred. And during the time of the Babylonians, which I'm going to read it, so let me read this again, and I'm going to jump. It says, Ezekiel 35 and 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of thy sword in the time of their calamity during the Babylonian Empire, and in the time that their iniquity had an end. So the judgment concerning the Heavenly Father put on us concerning the Babylonian Empire, it was ending, and Edom still had that perpetual hatred. But while the Babylonians was bringing judgment down upon them, Edom didn't show us no love. He didn't care. So what I want to do is jump to Psalms. Right? This is Psalm 137. Right? This is Psalm 137 and my page is sticky. Y'all bear with me for a second. My page is sticky, y'all. This is Psalm 137, right? It says 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. What was the day of Jerusalem? When the Babylonians came in, right? And the judgment came down upon them, right? Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So they had that hatred for us as a nation of people going all the way back to Genesis. Going all the way back to Genesis, man. And it says, Psalm 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Verse 8, O daughter of Babylon. So it's linking Edom up to the daughter of Babylon. You see that? And who controls Babylon the Great right now? Edom. Who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. So, verse 9, happy shall he be and taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. So Edom, when that happened to us, Edom was trying to cut the bloodline off from us as a nation, man. He was trying to wipe us out as a nation. And they always been like that. That's why they put poison in the food, poison in the air, poison in the water, Planned Parenthood on every corner, separate the families. Because they trying to destroy us as a nation. So that perpetual hatred is still carrying on in 2026, okay? Still carrying on from the ancient world. So I read this again. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone, because that's what's going to happen to Edom. Their bloodline going to get cut off, right? That's what's going to happen to them. Their bloodline going to get cut off. And they try to cut our bloodline off when they did it to us, right? So that was during the time of the Babylonian Empire. They wanted to wipe us out. They wanted to destroy us, man. So that was their perpetual hatred. Matter of fact, let me see what I can get in the different translations concerning raise it, even to the foundation thereof. See what that's like in the different translations. Psalms 137 and 7. Alright. This is Psalm 137, verse 7. Remember, the New International Version. Remember, Lord, what the Edomites did on the day Jerusalem fell. Tear it down, they cried. Tear it down to its foundation. So that's how they was treating us as a people, man. Right? The southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. They wanted our home to be torn down to the foundations thereof. Okay? The New Living Translation. Oh Lord, remember what the Edomites did on the day the armies of Babylon captured Jerusalem, destroy it. See? They yelled, level it to the ground. They was chanting that, man. They was chanting to see our downfall, man. They wanted our foundation to be wiped out, man. Okay? They wanted us to be ended. Right? This the Amplified Bible. Remember, O Lord, against the sons of Edom, the day of the fall of Jerusalem, who said, down, down with her, to her very foundation. That was it, man. They wanted our homeland to be completely destroyed, man. Okay? That's the way them Edomites was thinking, and that's the way they still think to this day, because they ain't told you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans your homeland. They ain't told you your homeland is Jerusalem. They wanted completely, they wanted to be completely taken away from you and put themselves in that land, right? And you won't even know that that land belonged to you. See? That's the hatred that Esau Edom got towards you. That's pure hate, man. That's pure hate, right? That's what that is. So just like they take the resources from the people down there in Venezuela, that's hate, man. That's hate. That's why, okay? That's hate, man. They want to control all the resources, man, but those resources don't belong to them. That's why the Heavenly Father is going to bring his son back, send his son back to destroy them out of power, because the resources don't belong to them. They belong to us, right? But we just got to serve out our captivity and the judgment that was placed upon us by the Heavenly Father. So let's jump. Let's see what we can get out of this. Let's go to the Maccabees, right? So even that hatred, you can even that hatred carry on. Now, you had the Syrian Empire, you had the Babylonian Empire, you had the Medes Empire, you had the Persian Empire pursuing the down the 7th chapter, and you had the Greek and the Roman Empire, right? And during the Persian Empire, that hatred carried on concerning Haman. Haman was trying to kill us. That's why we got the high holy day Purim, because Haman was trying to kill us, and the Heavenly Father delivered us from Haman, which was an Edomite. And you can read the history on that concerning Haman and how Esther told the Persian king about the plots of Haman. So that hatred was still carrying on through the Persian Empire when we were subject up under them. So it was in the Babylonian Empire and it was in the Persian Empire. So that hatred carried on. So what I'm finna do is go to the Greek Empire. So I'm going to First Maccabees, right? Let's see what we get out of this. This First Maccabees, this First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that, Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim, had spit Darius, the king of the Persian and the Mede, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. So, reading this right here, Alexander, which we know through history, he was a descendant of Esau Edom,